I'm Jason UFC, and today we have a story about Brendan Schaub names a famous actor who was down to fight him and Brian Ortega. Not being a professional fighter didn't stop one Hollywood star from apparently trying to start a fight with UFC vets Brendan Schaub and Brian Ortega. Okay, let's just get into it. Shia LaBeouf is the famous actor. Shia LaBeouf tried fighting Brendan Schaub and Brian Ortega. Despite their reputations, this was apparently not enough to stop Hollywood actor Shia LaBeouf from being willing to pick a fight with Brendan Schaub and Brian Ortega. This was a story that recently came up when the Gringo Poppy was speaking with Frankie Edgar in a recent episode of Food Truck Diaries. While Brendan Schaub did not specifically, name which movie set he and Ortega were sharing with LaBeouf, it is not a secret that they were both in the 2020 film The Tax Collector with the child actor turned Transformer star. According to Schaub, he has an immense amount of respect for the acting skills, or just the skills of LaBeouf, but the actor who's known for having, let's say, an extreme method of acting tried to pick a fight with the two mixed martial artists while on set. This is what Brendan Schaub said. I did a movie with Shia LaBeouf. I was on a set with him for 2 weeks. Now it's one of the worst movies you've ever seen, but still, just seeing the talent of Shia LaBeouf, I was blown away. He, being Shia LaBeouf, was nuts. I think he chilled out. He has a kid now, but then he was nuts, dude. And Brian Ortega was on set with me, and he was down to fight both of us. I'm like, do he realize what's happening, man? This isn't Transformer, B. Act like I will kick you into eternity, bro. But he was a really cool guy. No, he's actually really cool. I have so much respect for him. He's so talented. Hold on. Let me see. This is a wild story that fits in with the behavior that would be expected from Shia LaBeouf character in that movie who beats up and kills people in LA for a crime lord. Either way, okay. Now, Brendan Schaub, I guess he doesn't really go into the details of Shia LaBeouf really wanting to fight Brendan Schaub and Brian Ortega. Brian Ortega is not, there's just not a lot going on here. Like I said, in the movie, I guess the movie is called The Tax Collector. I don't know if he was playing a role, but it says in the movie that Shia LaBeouf character beats up people for an LA crime lord. So obviously he was, acting. I don't know if he doesn't really go into too many specific details about what Shia LaBeouf said to Brendan Schaub specifically that made Brendan Schaub think that he really, 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 really wanted to fight. And I don't know how Brian Ortega is really part of this. It says Shia LaBeouf was nuts. I think he chilled out. He has a kid now, but he was nuts, dude. And Brian Ortega was on set with me, and he was down to fight both of us. I'm like, do you realize what's happening? This isn't Transformer. Like, I will kick you into eternity, bro. But he was a really cool guy. No, he's actually really cool. So I don't really know what's going on with the story. I don't know if Brendan is just trolling. And this movie was 2020, so it was only 2 years ago, right? So it's not like, this is like a 5-year-old story or anything like that. But like I said, not too many specific details in this. Even in the same sentence, he kind of says that Shia LaBeouf was a really cool guy. No, he's actually really, really cool. So, I don't know what's going on here. Maybe Brendan Schaub took, Shia LaBeouf acting too serious, or maybe Shia LaBeouf was really about that life and he really did want to fight Brendan Schaub and Brian Ortega. But you let me know your opinion of this story. Do you think Brendan Schaub is just kind of trolling, taking Shia LaBeouf a little bit too seriously, or do you believe the stories about Shia LaBeouf being really about that life and he actually literally was willing to fight 6'4" Brendan Schaub and Brian Ortega? I'm Jason, UFC. Today we had a story about Brendan Schaub names Shia LaBeouf as the famous actor who was down to fight Brendan Schaub and Brian Ortega. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the $1 donation button, and please tune in to the next video on this channel. Thanks a million for watching.